Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fright Friday, and today we are talking about 976 Evil. Yes, I'm going to be talking about this film, giving my full rundown, cast and crew, production notes, the whole 9 yards. So stick around if you like horror movie reviews, and maybe you will like this one. If you do, give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I am at 98 followers right now, which is so amazing. Thank you to everybody who's joined my channel and followed me. I'm hoping to crack that 100, hopefully this week. It's always a dicey thing because you might get like to 100 and then all of a sudden it'll go back to like 99 and then it'll go like 102 and then it'll go to like 97. So I'm in the ballpark of 100, let's just say that. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far and given me a thumbs up and commented, and I'm really happy that you decided to join me in this movie reviewing realm that I'm in. And I've got a whole bunch of cool reviews coming up in the coming week, plus a huge, massive thrifting haul video tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. But today we are talking about 976 Evil. This is a horror movie from 1988, directed by the one and only Robert Englund, aka Freddy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. So we're going to be talking about this movie, so I hope you stick around. So this film stars Stephen Jeffries, who you probably, I don't know if there's a picture of him on the back here, but he is most well known, well I guess that's him on the cover. He's most well known as Evil Ed from the Fright Friday film from 1985, I think. He's got a very unique look and he has a very unique voice. And as soon as you hear that voice and see that face, you will know, oh, that's that guy from Fright Night. So yeah, he's in this film as well. It also stars Jim Meltzer, who was also in River's Edge and Tex. It also stars Patrick O'Brien, who apparently also appeared in 976 Evil Part 2, which I have not seen yet, as well as Sandy Dennis, who was in the film Parents with Randy Quaid. She's since passed away young at the age of 54, so rest in peace, Sandy Dennis. If you've never seen Parents, and now there's one that I saw on video back in the early days, like back in the late 80s, and I remember liking it in a weird way, but I don't know if it would hold up. But if you get a chance to see Parents, check that out. I think it's Randy Quaid. I don't think it's a good movie, but I do remember enjoying it back in the day, and I haven't found a copy of it since I started to collect films, but anyway, that's the cast of the film. The synopsis is dialing the number for something called horror scope, not horoscope, but horror scope. You say, dialing the number for something called horror scope puts a bullied teen, played by Stephen Jeffries, in touch with the devil. Yes. The premise is pretty fun for this film. I will get to my thoughts on this film in a minute. So this film was Robert Englund's directorial debut. He only appears to have directed one other film and 2 episodes of the TV show Freddy's Nightmares, which I've never seen. Not heard great things about it, but I will save my review for that until I've actually seen it. The alternate title for this film was called Dial the Devil, but apparently they went with 976 Evil instead. I think it's a cooler title. It's a little catchier. An extended cut of this film was released to VHS, and that has an additional 13 minutes that was not seen in the theatrical cut. This film was shot on location in Los Angeles, California. The prefix 976 was an actual phone exchange, but it's since become defunct. It's not being used anymore, so I thought that was interesting. There is a sequel to this, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, 976 Evil Part 2, that was released in 1991, but it was not directed by Robert Englund, and I have not seen that film. But I do believe you can watch it for free on YouTube, if you're so inclined. You didn't hear that from me, though. Let's see, what else was I going to say about this film? The film was released by New Line Cinema in November of 1989. November of 1989. That was a while ago. The VHS and Laserdisc versions contain the extra footage, as I mentioned. When it was released to DVD in 2002, it was the theatrical cut. Now, I don't know if this is... Oh, it does say on the back here, alternate home video version. So I guess this does contain both cuts of the film. I think I watched the... I feel like I watched the extended version. I didn't realize that... or sorry, no. I think I watched the... whatever the main version is on this. I did not watch the home video version, is what I'm trying to say. The critical reception to this film, that it was not well received upon its release. It currently holds a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, if that's something that you believe in. It has since, though, gained a cult status, with some critics coming to its defense. So this could have I could have easily included this on my Cult Movie Tuesdays, but I chose it for Fright Fridays just because I needed a horror movie, and I did watch this recently a couple weeks ago. My thoughts on this film, I would give it a 3 out of 5, maybe a 2.75 out of 5. Not a great movie. That said, though, it was enjoyable. The acting was good, but otherwise this film is fairly forgettable. Like I said earlier in my review, I think the premise of the film was really cool, but it just didn't carry to the final product. I'm happy to have this in my collection just the same. It was a fun movie. I mean, I know a lot of people put, like, say Fright Night, for example, is put on a pedestal, or Killer Clowns from Outer Space is put on a pedestal. I like those movies, but to me, again, I think I've mentioned this on my channel before, but like, I'm not a super B movie fan. I like my horror to be like kind of big budget mainstream. I know that sounds weird, but I do watch some of these films, but my preference is for a bit more of a mainstream kind of jam. So, I'm happy to have this in my collection, but I would say like Fright Night or Killer Clowns or those kind of movies, like they're awesome movies, don't get me wrong, but I don't hold them with that kind of like hold them on a pedestal like some people do. And that's fine if you do. If you really love those movies and you think they're amazing, that's totally cool. I'm just saying, for me personally, cool movie, definitely not going to be like a continual rewatch kind of a film for me. I probably won't revisit this a lot, but anyway. This edition is an out-of-print Blu-ray. Let's see if the cover art's the same. This was put out in 2017 by Sony. See the artwork on the inside. Well, actually, the disc art is a bit different. Yeah, 976 Evil. I picked this up at Backstreet Records in a nearby city. So if you're looking for cool movies, you can go to Backstreet Records in, I'll just say it, in Fredericton. They do have some really cool horror movies. And you'll see in my thrifting haul video tomorrow that I got a whole bunch of titles from there. So this includes the alternate home video version, as I mentioned. It's the Blu-ray digital combo pack. The slip sleeve is pretty cool. It's got that kind of worn... I don't think this is actually worn out. I think it's just made to look kind of worn. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell on some of these, but I think that's deliberately made to look like it's like an old VHS or something. But special features: there's an all-new commentary with director Robert Englund and Nancy Booth Englund, and there's the alternate home video version. This is rated R. Trying to find the runtime on here. I do not see the runtime on here. It's from 1988. Again, this edition was put out by Sony Pictures. I really wanted to say the runtime, but I don't see it anywhere. But I think it was probably in the 90-minute range. I don't remember it overstaying its welcome. So yeah, I would recommend this to people who want to see some cheesy 80s horror. If you're a huge fan of Robert Englund, obviously you want to you want to see this and say I saw it. Also, now I've already forgot his name, Stephen Jeffries. He's great in the film. I would, if you liked him in Fright Night, I think you would like him in this. He's equally charming in this film. The gore was pretty good, but again, I saw this about 2 weeks ago for the first time ever, and it's relatively forgettable. I can't say I really remember a great deal about it or that I would rewatch it a lot, but again, happy to have it in my collection. Where can you watch this? You can rent it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and YouTube. And like I said, you can watch part 2 on YouTube for free. I have not seen part 2 yet, so I'm kind of curious to see, but it isn't directed by Robert Englund, so I don't know if it's going to be similar to this or not. Anyway, if you've seen this film, leave comments below what you thought of it. If you like this review, give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm at 98 followers. I'd like to get to 100 this week. I think that would be pretty cool. And probably if I get to 100 this week, next week I'll do a special video. Like maybe I'll start to do my collection, like my library tour, kind of, not library, but my collection tour. Maybe I'll start with the Blu-rays or something like that. We'll see. I'll do something special for 100. But anyway, this is Night Owl Video, Fright Fridays 976 Evil, directed by Robert Englund. Hope you enjoyed this review. Until next time, I will see you out at the video store or out at the thrift store or, just out and about somewhere. But whatever you do, don't call 976 evil.